Hello, my friends. It's the first week of December, so obviously I had to pull out the Yuletide Tarot. So let's give the deck a shuffle and see what guidance the cards have for us this week. Okay, so we have two cards here. We have the Knight of Canes and we have the Eight of Canes. So here's the thing, there are actually two ways that we can look at these cards. Let me know which one you are in the comments. Number one, we can look at this as feeling like you're kind of having to go your own way. You are kind of having to separate from everybody else to go off and do something that you want to do or that you think is the right thing to do. And it kind of feels a bit disappointing that you have to do it that way, but you know that that is the right thing for you to do. So you are focused on that end goal. You are focused on doing that thing your way. The only question I would ask you here is it really true that you have to go off and do this thing on your own? Because the thing about the Eight of Canes or the Eight of Swords is that we're not actually as restricted as we think. We feel as if we are because our mind is telling us that there isn't a solution to our problem. But if we looked at things from a slightly different perspective, we may see that there are more options available to us. For example, we may be thinking that somebody else is not going to help us do something, and it's all to do with our conditioning and our past experiences, which is why we just don't want to ask for somebody to help us. And if we did, we may find that we weren't so alone after all. Now, there's a second message in these cards. So if the other one wasn't you, it may be that this message is for you. This one stems from this, feeling really stuck, really restricted. Especially at this time of year, we start to get to this point where people kind of want things of us and expect things of us, and we kind of feel like we have no choice. There is so much tradition and expectation and pressure that comes to us at this time of year. But again, just like I said for the other message, you're not as restricted as you think. In this way, that Knight of Swords, who is departing entirely from that place of restriction, is you going and finding your joy and happiness without all of this limitation and restriction that you think you have. Because let's face it, he's going off to do something really fun for himself. He's departing from this bad weather and the restriction and the entrapment that we have surrounding this figure. If you know that there is something better out there for you, commit to that. Stick with that and go off and find your joy, because either way, you are not as trapped as you think. And if this resonated for you, don't forget to follow for more. And I've also got a monthly reflection that has just come out on my blog. You can click the link in the bio to find that.